All right, good morning everybody. Here's your canoe update. After our exercise last night of doing the initial fiberglass work and getting the seams and the assembly together, we want to give you a quick look at where the canoe shapes up. So let's turn the camera around and give you a look at this. How about it? That is looking pretty good. We are right pleased with the way this is shaping up. Now, we do want to show you a few things we found. This is definitely something that took about 3 people, at least 3, and I think at one point we had 5 people helping hold things together. But you see we have these 2 forms in here, about 4 feet apart. That's what forms the shape of the angled sides, and in order to bend this thing properly, you have to have somebody holding this form and another person wrapping the tape. That's what we ended up doing. We strapped the whole thing with duct tape all the way around underneath and back across the top. And you know what? That worked. It did work, and it held together pretty well. Now, on the inside, you can see the darker color. That's where it's been coated with epoxy. And if you get down really close, you may be able to see that little strip of fiberglass fabric. And it's very it's blended in pretty well, because what we did, of course, was we put a layer of putty down in the bottom as a fillet, and then we soaked that in epoxy and put the fiberglass material down onto it and floated more epoxy on top. So that's the way this thing is joined together, and everything is holding together pretty well. Even up here at this end, the prow, which is where you get the most stress when you're building boats, we found. You can see that the fillet and the fiberglass at that end held together very well. Now, we said 90% great, 90% wonderful, because the other end, not so much. You can see that we've got it pinched together with a clamp here right now, because sometime during the night after we walked inside, the joint split apart. So I think what we're probably going to do today is go for the traditional stitch and glue process. This will be the first time I've tried that, so we'll see how it works out. But they tell me that this is a way to build small boats nowadays anyway, and so we'll just use the old stitch and glue process to lace together the part that came apart under the stress. Okay, so about to take off for town to get another piece of wood or two that kind of thought we would add as an afterthought, and hope to be doing the outside of the boat this afternoon. Thanks a lot.